Guys, today I want to ask the question, how important is it that musicians look like musicians? Now let me explain what I mean a little bit. Personally, I always like it when a musician goes on stage and they have this sort of larger-than-life persona. I want them to be up there not only playing amazing music, but I like it when musicians look like they belong up there in front of tens of thousands of people. Let me give you a couple of examples. First, let's talk about Joe Satriani. Now, there is no doubt that he is an amazing guitar player. But when I see him up on stage, it looks to me like he just got off his shift at the gas station, grabbed his guitar, and went on stage. But let's take another example here. Let's look at Richie Kotzen. Not only is he also an amazing guitar player like Joe Satriani, but when he goes on stage, he's got this really well-defined style and visual look that really defines him as an artist. And for me, that makes him stand out a lot more. Okay, but how does someone look like a musician? Now, obviously, clothes have a lot to do with it, and just how they look as a person, but something that's also very important is jewelry. Okay, but when we talk about jewelry for musicians, and for me in particular, I don't want something that's like, some stars jumping over the moon or some little flower medallions or something like that. I want skulls, I want hammers, I want skulls that have been smashed by hammers, and I want this stuff to be made out of stainless steel. I want jewelry that you could duct tape to the outside of a space shuttle during re-entry, and it would be fine. Alright guys, so my whole point here is that if you are interested in jewelry like this, I have partnered with the company Gthic. Now I know you're probably thinking, why couldn't they have just put one more vowel in that name? It would have been so much easier to pronounce. But disregard that. Take a look at some of this jewelry. This is not tinkly winkly fluffy stuff. This is Viking runes, crushed skulls, and various badass heavy metal stuff. They have a huge selection of stuff on their website. They've got rings, they've got necklaces, they've got decorations for your wrist. And because I'm doing this video as sort of a partnership with the company, I've got some special deals for you guys. So use the codes in the video description below. You can get 20% off right now. If you were looking for some badass heavy metal jewelry, definitely check it out. But now let's talk about another important thing is if you're a guitar player, you actually have to be kind of careful how you wear this stuff for two reasons. One, you don't want the jewelry, rings especially, and bracelets to a certain extent, you don't want that to get in the way of your guitar playing. And also you might not want to wear the jewelry in a way that's going to potentially damage an instrument. So here's what I recommend. The only ring that I wear on my fretting hand is my wedding ring. And that's just because if I don't have that on, you know I'm going to hear about it. So my main hand for wearing rings is my picking hand, because that's not going to hit the neck, it's not going to get in the way of anything. Now with bracelets, it's actually reversed. I wear bracelets on my left or my fretting hand. That's because I don't want anything to be scraping on this wrist. I don't want it to scrape on the body of the guitar. Necklaces, whatever you want. Alright guys, now I know I don't normally do videos like this, but if you're interested in this kind of thing, definitely take a look at the links below. Just look at the quality of some of this stuff. This is not junky stuff. This is really nice. I checked out a number of sample pieces and I really do like them. Okay, now one last thing here guys. Tell me, what do you think about musicians looking like musicians and that kind of thing? I really want to know what you think. I know some people, it doesn't matter to them at all, but for me, I've always been, when I go to a show, I like the visuals in addition to the music. So, I like big rock shows where they have pyro and a cool stage set up. That kind of stuff means a lot to me. So I do like the sort of visual side of musicians and just artistic people in general. But what do you guys think? I would really like to hear what you think. All right, guys, that's it for today. If you're interested in that stuff, you can save 20% with the links below. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.